Hi Collective, welcome to my channel. I'm Crystal, a cosmic divine psychic medium here delivering messages to you from the higher realms. So welcome in everybody. So this is going to be a reading with the energies from 4-1. Now keep in mind all of my readings are timeless, know that. But I always let you know about the energies I'm connecting with when I'm creating my content. It is more fun to catch them in real time, I'm going to tell you right away. So you should subscribe if you have not so you don't miss my uploads, right? Okay, so this is a very beautiful time as we are in between eclipses, okay? We are 7 days away from the solar eclipse, which is causing major changes on this planet. Whether you feel it or not, I don't know if it's going to be happening exactly on the 8th with the solar eclipse, if it's going to be the, what are they calling it, like the event, right? The major shift of activations across the planet where everybody's going to be seeing things in new light, online with source, and there's so much that's going to be going on. I mean, I know that they have been pushing a lot of stuff with prophecies, right? As we do know that they have been trying to play out the end times of the Bible for quite some time. I say they because it's the Matrix, right? Because it's not all going to be chaos and destruction, and they don't really have the real ending in the Bible, okay? Where they don't talk about us saving and creating the new earth and the higher vibrational frequency, and that's why so many are going to be removed from the destruction of the old paradigm, right? So it's like not everybody's going to be experiencing that. So they're trying to really push the fear matrix, right? But it's about coming out of that, right? It's why for a lot of you, it's like you're realizing that you can separate yourself from that. So that's what I mean, like where I say it's not really going to play out that way, because it's not really going to play out that way for a lot of you, right? So yes, big reveal if you didn't know, right? So yeah, like I have been taking a look into the collective, right, and into what's been surfacing, right? Because they've been talking about so much, all the configurations, right? I mean, this is major. We are under the reset, right? I mean, just like numerology is our language of the light, right? So just like with these major alignments, right? I told you we've been under this reset. Look at the final day of 2023, 12/31 of 2023 is 123, 123. This is about the reset, being an age of Aquarius, all these energies that come in, everything that's going on, right? Eclipses are a major turning point, right? That's why it's now more than ever that as light workers and starseeds that hold these energetic codes, right, within us, and we're activating them. So a lot of us are getting online. You're remembering your missions. You're being called to your positions of power. The 144,000 are rising as the elites are falling, right? We're really restoring justice and claiming our power, right? And we are helping hold the codes, and we are activating this higher timeline, the higher vibrational frequency to allow others to ascend up, to come out of the fear matrix. That's why this, for a lot of you, this is the fall of religion, right? Things like that, because spirituality is rising. You were never separated from God, divine source. You are one with God, divine source. The second coming of Christ is Christ consciousness found within, through within, and realizing that you are all interconnected, that we were always one with God, that we are all our own gods here, creating co-creating, right, our lives. All right, they didn't want us to know that. That's why. How can you have mass control if everybody knew how powerful they were? So it's like when this eclipse comes through, it is activating things within the grids, within the ley lines, right? Is what I was getting, because we've never had this eclipse, right, like this, going across like certain ley lines and activating certain things. And that's why now more than ever they're trying to stop this accelerated ascension, awakening for everybody, because it's not going to happen if you're in fear. That's why isn't it like time? That's why all of a sudden now sightings are happening everywhere. Well, the thing is they're using it to create fear, right? And I mean like spaceships, aliens, all of that, right? Because they're all coming in for the show. You don't realize that everybody, the Galactic Federation is very much, the light has already won, right? And the final part was like getting Earth online, and they had to wait for the reset for that to happen. So that's when I say the fleets have arrived. Yes, everybody's here ready for this accelerated awakening and ascension when it's safe for them all to come in, right? So it's like, yes, everybody is getting in alignment. Basically, everybody's getting in position, right? To see the show, to see the grand. This is something very beautiful to see Earth ascending and the new Earth being created. It's pulling it from the old timelines, right? I know a lot of you are not going to understand and be on the level, right? And that's part of what I struggle, because it's like I have to be in the 3D to be able to deliver these messages for you. But for a lot of you that are guided in, you're already like in 4D, fifth dimensional, right? And a lot of it, if you want to get there, you need to be open to discovery, right? You need to know that they have been controlling us through our minds, through our thoughts. It was never supposed to be about that. Something I've always known being a starseed, that no, I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't go off of what I'm told. I go off of what I feel, right? Listening to my soul's calling. And I've always been online with my spiritual team. That's why a lot of us start workers, like, we don't conform to the, because we have a spiritual team that heavily protect us, guide us, walk with us, talk with us, right? So it's like when I hear my spiritual team all the time, like, no, go over here, just smile, but, things like that. I've always been protected and guided, right? And we have these certain times that we get activated and awakened, right? And especially when we come into alignment with others, right? That helps us raise our vibrational frequency. And certain things that I do within my readings and videos, certain things can activate within you, right? So like they were bringing me back to talk about the eclipse, right? That this eclipse is coinciding with the last total whatever solar eclipse, that it was exactly 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days apart. Alignments are about the 666, right? But they push the fear frequency of, 666 is, the demonic energy and things like that, right? But it's really about alignments. It's really about aligning things, all right? It's all about how you look at it, right? Just like I've never understood, right? It's like you cannot have faith and fear together. If you have faith in God, divine source, the creator, that you're going to be protected and guided, then why do you have fear? But then they push the fear in the Bible, and they talk about hell and all of that. And I've never understood all of that, right? So it's because they didn't want me to. So then as of late, like they've been guiding me to certain things, letting me see, because I've always been protected, because I've always known that it was altered. I always knew that they used religion as they've weaponized it, right? People don't realize that a lot of the mass control that happens and the zombie apocalypse has been ongoing for the longest time, that it's through these phones, right? You can go around and see everybody are so focused on their phones and on screens. It's like a joke. It's literally right in front of you. Everybody that's focused on electronic devices are putting themselves in a box, in the phone, in the computers, in the TVs, all of that. It's all distracting you, that it's taking you offline from source. Right? But what you don't realize is there's certain frequencies, there's certain things that are encoded. They use the 808 frequency that drives off of, it gives you Oxycontin, oxytocin, whatever it is. You get those pings, those dopamine hits, just like you do in the social media and the platforms, just a certain vibrational frequency that radiates, that goes off with certain messages and alerts to the phones. That's why sometimes everyone else, like, it feels so good. Like sometimes when you're getting calls and messages and things like that, you don't realize a lot of that. So it's like they're controlling us with our lower vibrational chakras, which is stopping us from getting into our higher vibrational chakras and getting online with source, right? Not to mention to a lot of the foods and chemicals that are in them, right? To what they're putting out into the atmosphere, which is causing a lot of chakras, right? Especially alcohol. People wake up. Alcohol numbs your chakras and takes you offline with source. So stop infusing in alcohol. And I know it's hard because wines, I've always felt wines were okay, right? In moderation, because they're fruits, right? Not, I mean like straight up alcohol. Somebody recently told me that, like, or liquors is what I'm looking at. Like, people tell me that certain liquors, like, you can't go to like Walmart and buy liquors, or gas stations. They can only sell certain types, right? That's where they can sell wines and that flavored stuff or whatever, right? But the hardcore liquors, like, you have to be a certain place that you can buy it or whatever, right? So that's what I mean to be careful about. You know, wine, that's where I say that they've taken advantage of that. So be careful, you know, maybe if you're one that has to have your drinks and things like that, you know, just be careful. But, you know, it's numbing your chakras, right? So it's all about how you do things, right? And I've seen it too, like, just like if you've ever tried to like drink alcohol and then connect with source, you know, and I know I've tried it, and you got to be careful about the spirits and the things like that come through, right? So there's that. Okay. So, okay, let me get back into the downloads, right? So the reset has been ongoing, right? And this was so beautiful. So many of you are getting online with source. You might not even be realizing it, that all of a sudden you're feeling this empowered energy to kind of break the matrix. Like, yeah, I'm not going to be controlled anymore. You may actually find out too, like, yeah, I don't want to sit at home, watch TV. Like, I want to get out in nature. I feel so good. I want to be walking around. Like, I'm going to tell everybody straight up, like, this eclipse, like on April 8th, like, you need to ground yourself with Gaia. Like, you need to get outside, walk barefoot, be outside. Don't be around all the electronics and inside. Be outside. Wherever you are, everybody on the planet is going to feel this. Now, they're telling you to be careful. Obviously, you can't look directly at the sun, right? So be very careful, I feel, with all the glasses and things like that they're pushing, because I kind of feel like it's going to kind of be like with the masks and things like that they could be putting agents in them, okay, that are affecting your breathing to stop you from, because they've been finding things to do to block the pineal gland, right, which gets you online with source. So be careful of that. Just like I've been telling very beautiful things, instead of looking up, look down. Always do what they don't want you to do, right? Smoke and mirrors. Because when you're looking down, I guess something very beautiful is going to happen with how things get filtered through the trees and seeing shapes, and there's something that's very much going to happen. That's where I've always been different. I've always been like, if they're telling me to look over here, then I want to look over here. I want to see what's behind it. Smoke and mirrors. Like, what are they not saying and doing? So be careful with the glasses, okay? Okay. I mean, you know that there's going to be awesome pictures and everything else that people are going to be getting and sharing all over the platforms, right? So you're going to be able to see beautiful pictures of it, right? Pay more attention to what you feel, right? Because it's all about projections and stuff too, and what they can do. They could be putting stuff up in the sky, right? Just like with the Blue Beam Project. Like, yeah, a lot of people are thinking like, oh, they're holographic things that they're trying to scare everybody and things like that. But see, like, I know that I've been told that like the fleets have arrived, like they're here. You can see so much of it too when you're in a higher vibration, because it's like a lot of things are like hidden in spheres and domes. There's so much that you don't know about, right? They can literally put projections and domes and spheres over us where we're fully not seeing the star systems, we're fully not seeing the moon, the sun correctly as it is. They holographic, like, I caught on to this a long time ago, right? Around the times I had a lot of white vehicles that were I was always being guided, things like that. They know who the star seeds and the chosen ones are. And I was just like, yeah, really, every full moon, right? Every full moon, conveniently, there's all these clouds and all this stuff where I can get out and do my, you know what I mean, my stuff, right? But I started to harness the energy and find other ways, right? So anyway, it's all about, you know, moving in silence too, not telling everybody what you're what you're doing, right? But this reset, it's really just activating so much, right? Okay. We're in a crystal clear time. Things are going to be coming up very, very crystal clear, right? A lot of this that's happening is it's like you're getting your high heart chakra activated. Okay. All right. All right, let me sit down. So I didn't get too many downloads because I was just so excited to get into this energy. I didn't get to do readings yesterday because I had a lot of family and things like that going on, right? But a channeled song that I got today was I Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. I love you, baby. So that's for somebody could be playing that song, listen to that song, or it can mean something to you, right? But I did get some downloads yesterday, so we'll go back there even though I didn't get into the reading. So 331, I got the solar flash, right? For some of you, it's going to be like solar flat, like the moment, the wave of light, the event, some are calling it, that's going to be happening. So there's a lot of solar activity going on, very rapid ascensions, definitely like quantum leaping, things like that. And then I was getting into meditation about quantum leaping, like it's levels of the mind. Like it's not like all of a sudden you're just going to be somewhere you completely don't know. Like I said, for a lot of you, it's just all of a sudden it's going to be like you're in your same life, but there's no more like negative energy and things. It's just you're going to realize like you're going to feel a little bit different. For some of you, like I've been feeling very weird. I kind of feel like I've been going in between, like it's hard to explain. It's like walking along, I've been feeling really funny. Like if I'm not like high or drunk, like if I was to be, like that's what I feel like when I'm not doing anything. And sometimes like I like have to check myself because I know that like I don't like to eat meats and stuff. And so I mean living in the motel lifestyle, like I don't have a full kitchen, right? So it's like hard to cook, so I'm not eating very well. So a lot of I'm talking about this for reasons. So for some of you, like maybe you have some like vitamin deficiencies or things like that, and I know that like I've always been like anemic and things like that. So when I get low iron, I feel very funny, things like that. But it's different. It's like I know that it's not due to like vitamin deficiencies. It's just I'm feeling very weird feelings that I've never felt before, right? No, that's significant for some of you. Obviously, I'm not authorized to give any medical advice. You feel that there's anything wrong or whatever, get yourself checked out by a doctor. I'm gonna put that out there, right? But like it's just you'll know, right? That things could be seeing differently. You could be seeing, I like to call them the glimmers, right? As sparkles, things like that. Things just feel differently. You could start to be realizing that things very much everything carries energy, and that things are very holographic. Things could be feeling very lighter to you, like say you always like know like the weight of your tarot deck, right? All of a sudden you just notice it could be like, wow, it just feels so much lighter, and things like that could be happening. All right, I got very valuable energy. Your energy is very valuable. Be careful because, of course, in the 11th hour, I've been talking about that we're currently in leading into this solar flash wave, right? That's coming. There's going to be lots of enemies, matrix agents trying to take you off course, right? So then this message very much goes out to a lot of the ground crew, the ascension teams that are on the ground, right? But like I said, this message is, I feel that like the first flow that is going to be getting this is my light workers, earth angels, the 144,000, and then they're going to be using this for, for anyone. Right? So for a lot of you, like you've been protected and guided and kept in small groups and things like that because the divine spiritual team, galactic family has always been protecting you and keeping you online because your energy is very, very sacred, very beautiful. Not everybody has been able to have access to you because could you imagine if you didn't have that protection? You're this beautiful, gorgeous light that the dark and entities are drawn to. That's why you're always sought out. That's why the chosen ones are always under attack because you're seen, right? And literally it's like even the matrix agents, right? When they're flying with their helicopters, they can see where the chosen are because it's like they can see all the energies, the auras of everybody, right? And then all of a sudden there's a chosen one. Bing! You know what I mean? Like, you could be noticing things too. Like, and maybe you always, whenever you go under street lights, they go off, they go on. A lot of things going on with your electronic devices. It's the frequency that you carry. You may notice when you walk into a room, it shifts. Everybody just feels you. And that's also why, like, for me, like, I can't go into, like, a room where there's a lot of phones. Like I noticed it like when I was like going to like the social security offices or like the DMVs, like when I'd go in there, just the energy, I would just feel like ill because I was picking up, have you ever thought about that? Like you walk into a room with like 100 or 200 people and like, everybody up in there's got a phone and got a phone on. So to sit in there, I am so uncomfortable. And sometimes I'm like, I know that I was guided to like be here, right? Because I'm uplifting and helping everybody in this room, but at the same time, like the electronics. So like I always have to like put crystals on in certain things, right, to protect my energy. But in places like that, in rooms like that, like I have to walk around. I can't even sit still. And it's probably why too. I'm close to people, whatever. But just that you feel different, right? But you're picking up a lot on the energies, right? So for a lot of you, like you got to get outdoors. You got to get to where you can replenish your energy, right? Okay. And maybe too, that's why I'm telling everybody, like on the 8th, like I'm literally going to the park. Like I know that I'm going to be at the park, right? Underneath the trees, things like that. Maybe just be outdoors, get away from the electronic devices, right? They could be putting things out very, very heavily too on that day with music and frequency and like the subliminal messaging and all of that. They could literally be putting a lot of stuff. So just be careful with your electronic consumption. I say now, right, to the 8th, because they're really trying to I'm hearing up the ante. They're trying to up everything. They're trying to stop this. You can't stop the reset. The light is already won. It's just letting go of the dark frequency and the lower energy, right? I'm hearing, what is this? Wickedness redemption. I have that associated with Nineveh or something, or however that is, but it's like this eclipse that's coming in, I guess it's activating like 7 cities of Nineveh, right? And before it was, when the solar eclipse came across years ago or whatever, that was 6 years and all that, 666 apart, like it activated like 7 cities of Salem, right? So it's something, but they're really trying to play out like the end times, but it's not going to be like, they want you to think that all of this is coming that they said. So they're going to be putting as much out there as they can. That's why I feel that these things are happening, where it leads you to believe. It's all to stop your ascension. Know that, right? So but you can't stop these celestial alignments. They're opening up doorways, right? Everything is energy, right? You need to think positive or negative. You need to know that. They've let you to think that negative energy is so bad, right? But it's like the polarity, right? Like how opposites attract and come together, like the dark and the light. Like that's how you balance out your energies. Embracing your dark and your light. That's what makes you unique. That's what makes you who you are, right? But it's just they've weaponized the darker side and the darker energy, right? It's interesting. Somebody was talking about like how beautiful it is to like watch certain animals capture their prey or whatever. I don't know why that brought, because they were just showing me the image again, right? I don't know why that just came across. There's something like that. Maybe they've been pushing that and turning it into something they shouldn't be. Maybe it has to do with they're trying to capture you. I don't know. All right. Let's keep going. All right. I'm already 22 minutes in, right? Okay. What else do we have? The 144,000 are protected and sealed. They had me write that down, but they want you to say that I am sealed, I am protected. You need to know that because we're protected at this time, especially in the 11th hour. So you're fully divinely protected to shine your light, to awaken, because it's also part of the plan. That's what I mean. Like 144,000 are protected and sealed because you're holding the frequency and we're activating the Holy Grail, right? This 144,000. So it's going to happen. The light is already won. It's just getting everybody down here to realize that. Know that. Okay. So. Okay, let me get into some tarot, right? Because they had me go grab a deck right before this reading, right? Even though I have so many on my desk, right? He's holding the world in his hands with this 2 of Wands. That's interesting. He's not looking off. He's sitting down and he's holding the earth in his hands. He's holding a wand and looking to a wand. His face looks like, Some of you are going to be getting these moments like, really? You're going to be, it's like when you finally realize that, yep, I've been controlled in the Matrix all my life. This world isn't like it really is. Wow. Like, that's what they've been trying to do. She is heavily tied up. Look at that. This ain't no, oh, she can undo and slip her way out. She is like double tied up. She's so tied up. She's chained up. She's, oh my gosh, blindfolded, everything. Like, that is why reinforcements are here. See, they're showing me the analogy, right, of like the turtle and the hare, right? My phone lit up as I said that. Confirmation. I just seen it light up on my desk. That it's just like, you know, the rabbit thought that it was faster, it was smarter, it was going to win or whatever, but the tortoise ended up winning like slow and steady. You know what I mean? Wins the race. Like the enemy likes to, or God, divine source, likes wanted the enemy to think that it was winning, right? So yeah, it is not. They may think that they won, right? And it's so they can mess up, embarrass them. It's part of the justice, right? It's much more powerful to show up and stand out. It's just like why you don't accomplish something like the first time you do it too. It's far better when. It's just like how the chosen ones have been protected, right? And even the matrix agents and all of that, like they may have thought like, yeah, we won over the chosen. We have hid them. We have, you know, embarrassed them. We have shadow banned them. We have done all of this. They're not like, we found other ways to get our messages out and do our work. we keep it in quiet, whatever. But yeah, it's like now they're going to be lifted up, right? It's part of the justice. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. Legacy. This is definitely what's coming in. King of Cups, 7 of Cups. Look at this Wheel of Fortune. This one's unique. This snake is intertwining the wheel, is trying to tie it up. The enemy has really been trying to stop the wheel, trying to stop the reset. It's not going to happen. Knight of Wands. He's off his horse. His horse is even wearing a mask. Trying to see what I see here. There's 3 stars underneath the night. Oh, there's 3 stars under all of these cards. Not all of them, but the court cards and the majors. What am I getting with that? This is a major time for the chosen ones, for the leads, for the positions of power. I'm trying to read this one more intuitively. So give me a minute. Ace of Wands and Justice. Justice, she looks a bit chained up too. I'm just getting this strong energy as they've been really trying to block divine justice from coming in every way. Yeah, they don't want the reset. They took over control before. They think they can do it again. Fall of Atlantis, where that's not happening again. Strength. 5 of Swords. 10 of Wands. This is the year of an 8. That's what I keep getting. Strength card, Infinity. I feel like, I don't know, I'm feeling very distracted right now with trying to get messages out, and then my children are getting loud right now. So 28:18 on the clock as I say that. I guess I'm going to have to get into doing another reading to pull more. But yeah, the 2 of Wands came back out. Hierophant over the 2 of Wands and Ace of Coins. See, you've been seeing these aces. There's definitely this new beginning. Okay. This 2 of Wands is appearing again. There's a King of Swords here. There's a King of Cups. And Star card and the Devil. Wow, Star is right with the Devil. See, Devil's really trying to push lust, control, all sorts of things. Seduction. I've been feeling that heavily too. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I was like trying to like hold back my sexual energy. because I'm like, I'm not going to give that just giving my power, my energy away, and also don't want to be under any of these demonic attacks. And then it's like it rallied like more, and then it's like, you know, when you hold back your energy and then they want it even more, like then things are really being exposed. Like, you got to be careful. Protect your sacred energy at this time. Like, it's just, it's crazy, all the tactics and everything that has been trying to come out. 3 of Swords with the Chariot. All right, I got to go quiet my children down. So anyway, I'm sending love and light to all of you. 2818, they're showing me again, was the universal source code number for some of you. All right, so I'm going to be doing more readings later. Take a look at what every full guide is to you. Love and light to all of you. Bye.